Hi, I'm farm-to-table chef Teca Thompson at tecathompson.com, and today we're talking about how to use mulch for killing weeds and preparing your soil for your vegetable garden. So I only use organic matter in my vegetable garden because it's an organic garden, and I just don't believe in pesticides and stuff like that. It's not very healthy for you or your family or your pets or the ground. So it's always good to start with a clean spot that you've completely rid of weeds and is ready to go. So the best way to tell what your soil is to go and get it tested if you're not familiar with what the balance is and what it needs, to make sure it's nutrient rich, to make sure the pH is correct, and so on and so forth. But when I'm starting, I always like to make sure my soil is nice and loose, that I've fertilized it naturally with compost, and depending on the nutrients in the soil, you can also use something like bone meal or blood meal, extra fertilizers to boost, such as this. And you just follow directions on the bag by sprinkling it over the top of your soil and then working it in. So that's pretty much how you prep your soil when you're getting ready to plant. It's knowing what your soil is and then boosting it with the nutrients it needs, loosening it, making sure it's free of weeds, and then you're ready to plant. So let's talk about a little bit about how mulch helps to kill weeds. So mulch is used as a barrier in between your earth and, well, the sun to block out and kill weeds. So there's different kinds of mulch depending on what you're using it for. You always want to use organic matter mulch when it comes to doing it around plants. So I collect like weed clippings from my garden or dried leaves, which is a really good mulch to use around your plants. Because it's organic and it doesn't leach or anything like that. But when you're working with mulch between the beds, it's really good to use something that's a little thicker, and this will block out the weeds better and take care of it longer. So something like wood chips, and these are store-bought wood chips that are dyed. And so when you're mulching, you usually don't want to touch the plants with the mulch, and just do a thick layer of whatever mulch you have, and this will block out the weeds and keep them from growing. Whether it be wood chips, collected dried leaves from your garden, or straw. All three are really good mulches for all different purposes, whether it be blocking out the weeds, keeping in moisture, and so on and so forth. I'm farm-to-table chef Teca Thompson at tecathompson.com. That is how to use mulch to block out weeds and how to prep soil for your vegetable garden. Thank you for watching.